Every afternoon after school, some children used to go and play in the giant's garden.
Wow, what a lovely garden. The grass is so green and soft.
And the flowers look like stars.
Stop talking. I want to listen to those birds singing.
I feel happy here.
Me too. I wish we didn't have to go.
Come on, it's getting late and our parents will be worried. We can come back tomorrow after school.
Yes, let's go!
One day, the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend, the Cornish ogre, and had stayed with him for 7 years. After the 7 years were over, he had said all that he had to say, for his conversation was limited, and he decided to return to his own castle. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden.
are you doing here?
Run! Let's get out of here! The giant is back!
Yes! Leave! Get away from here! This is my garden, and anyone can understand that. And I will allow nobody to play in it but myself.
So he built a high wall all around it and put up a notice board. Trespassers will be prosecuted. The poor children now had nowhere to play.
Now where are we going to play?
The road is very dusty and full of hard stones. I wouldn't like to play on the road.
I miss so much that beautiful garden.
How happy we were there!
The spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. But the garden of the selfish giant, it was still winter. The birds did not care to sing in it as there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost.
Spring has forgotten this garden, so we will live here all year round. I will cover up the grass with my great white cloak.
And I will paint all the trees silver.
We should invite North Wind to stay with us.
And the north wind came. She was wrapped in furs, and she rolled all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down.
This is a delightful spot. We must ask Hale to visit us.
So the hail came every day for 3 hours. She rattled on the rooftop of the castle till she broke most of the slates, and then she ran round and round the garden as fast as she could go. She was dressed in grey, and her breath was like ice.
I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming. The garden is still white. I hope there will be a change in the weather.
But the spring never came, nor the summer.
I'll give the golden fruit to every garden, but not the giant's garden, as he is too selfish.
We will stay here. Spring and summer, you are not welcome here anymore.
I will be the only one to dance through the trees.
One morning, the giant was lying awake in the bed when he heard some lovely music.
Where is that sweet music coming from? Maybe the king's musicians are passing by. The most beautiful music in the world.
And the hail stopped dancing, and the north wind stopped roaring, and a delicious perfume came to him through the open window.
I believe the spring has come at last. I better get out of bed and see what's happening outside.
And he saw a most wonderful sight through a little hole in the wall. The children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees.
Oh, there's a little child in every tree.
We are so glad you came back again. Now we will cover ourselves with blossoms. We are happy to be here.
Look, everybody! Over there, the birds are flying and singing with delight, and the flowers are blooming once again.
But only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and there was a little boy crying.
I can't reach up to the branches of the tree.
Climb up, little boy.
I can't. I'm too small to climb.
and the giant's heart melted as he looked out.
How selfish I've been. Now I know why the spring will not come to me here. I will put that poor little boy on top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and then my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. I'm very sorry for what I've done, little children.
So he went downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden.
Run! The giant is here!
Now the garden is ours once again.
Only the little boy did not run. His eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming.
Take my hand. I will put you up into the tree.
Thank you. The little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them round the giant's neck and hugged him.
Hey guys, did you see that?
The giant is not angry anymore.
Let's go back.
And I'll go back with you.
It is your garden now, little children. I will knock down the wall and you can come here every day.
Thank you, Mr. Giant. We love you and this beautiful garden.
And when the people were going to the market, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they have ever seen. One day, the giant asked the children,
Where is your little companion, the boy I put up into the tree?
We don't know. He has gone away.
You must tell him to be sure and come back here tomorrow.
We don't know where he lives.
I have never seen him before.
Me neither, but don't feel sad. Maybe one day he will return.
every afternoon, when the school was over, the children came and played with the giant, but the little boy was never seen again. The giant was very kind to all the children, but he missed his first little friend.
How I would like to see him again.
Years went over and the giant grew very old. He could not play about anymore, so he sat in a huge armchair and watched the children at their games and admired his garden.
I have many beautiful flowers, but the children are the most beautiful flower of all.
One winter morning, as he was looking out of his window, he saw the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. Its branches were all golden and silver fruit hung down from them, and underneath it stood the little boy he had loved.
I can't believe it. It's the little boy. He came back.
Downstairs ran the giant in the great joy and out into the garden, and when he came quite close, his face grew red with anger.
Who dared to harm you?
The little boy had in his palms the prints of 2 nails, and the prints of 2 nails were on the little feet.
Who dared to wound you? I will take my sword and make them regret it.
No, these are wounds of love.
Who are you, little boy?
And a strange awe fell on him. He knelt before the little child, and the child smiled.
Once you let me play in your garden, today you will come with me to my garden, which is paradise.
And when the children ran in that afternoon, they found the giant lying dead under the tree. He seemed as he was sleeping, and he was all covered with white blossoms.
tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Been waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, hey. Been holding in for a while, hey. Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world.